So it's New Year's Eve. You can hear people getting ready to party, which is good to hear after all this time not being able to. So I'll just start with some things I've got in pots here. Just some kaffir lime, just some various tomatoes, and this bed along here is going to eventually be for all these. We've got some a red and black grummy charmer, some various types of dragon fruit, and we've got some of the rarer jawbodicabas. We've got a scarlet, a Petantra cross Oriana, a red hybrid, and a yellow. So this bed along here will eventually be for all of them. So this area has turned into a little nursery just to raise some various things, but I'm also doing a bit of a shade challenge. So I've got Tamarillo here in about 80% shade, and I've put 2 of them in the pot, and they're going great guns. I've got a tea plant here if anyone wants. I've got no room for it. We've got some various rare seedlings from Doug up in Queensland, and then along here I've got me 4 coffee plants, a couple of Arabica. Forgot the names of the other ones, but they're doing very well in about 80% shade. Have a look how glossy they look. So this will be the permanent bed for all these potted things eventually, and various pawpaws, and I've got a costada, 2-year-old costada jawbodicaba. So this might actually be the first one that I get fruit off, because apparently they can fruit in 3 or 4 years. So it's already 2 years old. And these, I brought these as mountain pawpaw, but they ended up being yellow pawpaw, so or papaya. So I'll give them a crack. Got the stevia there. Some tomatoes as usual along this little section. Then we come across here, we've got some shade loving mints, Asian mints, and another herb there, some garlic chives. So we go through here, and we've got some ginger just starting to pop up here in these 2 pots. We've got some galangal going great, so we should get a nice harvest off this galangal this year. The lychees come back to life. I wasn't too concerned about the lychee. I didn't have much hope, but after seeing a few people getting flowers and fruitlets on them in my area, I started mulching around it and everything again. It's come back alright. I went and found a dead tree from the storm, or a tree branch, and we'll grow a melon up that. Got the melons germinating, so we'll use that to grow the melon up. Got some kangkong here. Got a choco in there, ready to grow up. Got a bitter melon there, ready to grow up the trellis. Here's my large leaf jawbodicaba, starting to come back. They really copped a hammering this winter. Some eggplants there, and we've got some ripper pomelo. So got some really good fruit that hung on. So very happy with that. We'll get some pomelo this year. Here's a Cara orange. It was surrounded by broccolini, so we pulled the broccolini out, and now it's starting to wake up. Nice little bed there for it. The asparagus is still just going to fern, just letting it grow out for the rest of the year. And some chilies. And here we've got the Wampy Yim Pei variety, still hanging on to flowers. Looks like it didn't like today's heat. The Longan, looking nice. The Wampy seedling. I don't think it's put out any flowers yet, it just really put out a lot of growth though. And same with the beetroot and the radishes. This long melon has reached the top of the trellis. So we've got quite a few on there, starting to take shape. And that'll provide shade for the fish pond. I'll be able to take that shade cover off, and in here we've got sawtooth coriander, and I've cleared out around the pond. I'm going to use that in winter for pots because it's got full frost protection above it, so rather than it just wasted on ornamental violet that was just around the outside, we'll make this area for something useful. So this is my largest Jaboticaba, Sabara, and that one was first to wake up. It's looking nice and healthy there. It's protected now from the wind with the melon. Across here we've got carrots underneath a red Chatut mulberry, and next to that the bacon avocados, really looking nice now. It copped a bit of the heat today, the 40-degree heat, but still hung in there. Various plants underneath. This little potted fig gives us a lot. Figalicious variety, I think that is. The Lee Jujube, covered in flowers, and the heat doesn't touch it. 40 degrees today and Celsius, and it just didn't bat an eyelid, and it's only a seedling still. The same with the hass now. It's big enough, the trunk's nice and brown, and it doesn't really feel the heat at all anymore either, or the frost. So over here we have one of two miniature peaches, and this maximum height will be 2 meters by 2 meters, and it just gets a really good crop of peaches on it every year. We get about 40 or 50 off it so far, and it's a Trixie from Fleming's variety, and produces really nice fruit and heaps of it. It's just I have to support the branches sometimes because it'll just collapse, but it's only a little tree, as you can see there, but it's really good sized fruit, but it's in a really nice spot too. Gets all day sun, easy to maintain, birds don't seem to go near it. It's next to a dwarf orange, going alright. There's my plums and persimmons in this corner. It's pretty self-explanatory, the persimmon, it's going well. Pepino, couldn't ask for more from the pepinos, lots of fruit in there. And this plum, I might have to, after today's heat, it's sort of gone all flexible, and we've got another 40-degree day tomorrow, so it might lose that branch. I better tie that one up tonight. The two mandarins, this one's doing alright, this one's just starting to wake up. I don't know what's going on with that, but overwatering, underwatering, I'm not sure, but it always comes good eventually. The Aman guava is quite an advanced tree. It's got a nice thick trunk on it. It took a while to wake up because of the cold November we had, and I'm not sure if we're going to get fruit on it because no no flower buds or anything yet. The leaves are just still undersized, and the tree's still healthy, but I don't think we'll get fruit off that this year. Got some more strawberries there. The giant jaboticaba didn't wake up as nicely as it did last year, probably again because of the really cold November, but it's woken up alright. It's out here in the open, fully unprotected, so it's got a pretty hard life, but uphill battle. But yeah, it's still putting out nice growth. If we go around the sugarcane here into this new tropical area, which is turning into a nice little food forest section, and we've got a orange grumichama there, a dwarf foo persimmon. We've got some nice bananas through here, lemon grasses all around the bottom. We've got some corn coming along here. Here's the grafted Glen that I brought, and got it about 2 weeks ago, and it's put on all from down in that crown there all the way up to there in about 2 weeks. So I'll find a spot for that. Bananas are going great. I'm not sure if you can see, but the one over there with the stick supporting it's got a little pup coming up, and the dwarf ones have got advanced pups underneath them. So the barbaco's down to just 2 fruit remaining. They just seem to fall off when they're ready by themselves. And come around here, we've got a lot of zucchini, and more than we can keep up with. So we started to give some away, but yeah, that comes in handy for a lot of different things. A few different varieties in there. We'll come around the front here, and since I put the shade cloth on the black sapote, the leaves have gone from curling up like that to nice and glossy and healthy looking like that. So that little shade cloth setup will stay on there for a couple of years. The grafted mango that died at the graft, and I just put it in to see what happened, it's finally woken up. It kept putting out new shoots, and then the cold weather would come and it would just die back, but that one's finally woken up. This one's really woken up now. I don't think we'll get any flowers on it this year because it had a bit of a hard transplant, but the new growth is coming on thick now, nice and glossy, and that tree can get as big as it wants there. That's why I sort of chose that spot for it. I've seen how big an advanced one is in Springvale, and that's why I've given that plenty of room there. It's interesting, the white sapote didn't like the heat as much as I thought it would. All this new growth sort of laid over. It was up perky like that in the morning, and it's gone down like that. Same with that one. I think it's just a bit of heat. It's been watered plenty, and the flowers are still hanging on. It's I'm sure it'll stand back up when we get a bit more mild weather. We've got tomatoes and things. This pineapple guava is reaching for the sky now. It's going to hang on to quite a bit of fruit this year. So happy with that. Through here we a neighbour gave us some used security doors, so we've used them to grow beans up. It works quite well. So don't throw away your security doors. They've got a nice rounded edge on them so that the beans don't get cut. Works really well. So here's where I had the compost tumbler. So I got rid of that, so that's left space for 2 more pots. I think I'll fill these with pine berries because they just taste so nice. And we go through here, we sort of squeeze pots in. I think they'll be for pine berries as well. Got some various Asian herbs there. The heat coming off this wall after today is incredible. Feels like Cambodia down the side here, because it just cops all the afternoon sun this side of the wall, and overnight it just radiates heat. You can see there all that is in direct afternoon sun, setting sun, and you just walk past it, and the heat that comes off it is incredible. It lasts for 6 or 7 hours in summer. So I come out the front here, and everything's sort of taking off. The blueberries have gone into a growth phase now. The pomegranate's all looking green. I'll just quickly scan through. This persimmon's hanging on to some, this is a gyro persimmon. It's hanging on to some 2 really nice sized fruit, so I hope they get to maturity. This pumpkin's got so many pumpkins on it. When you look through there, it's just it's gone berserk this year. There's strawberry guava, and all the other things in the front are doing well. I had to thin out the dragon fruit. I did a bit of research, and so that it focuses a bit more on fruit in a month or 2, I had to thin it out. So I cut out a lot of the shoots and just let it focus on fruit. Got a little bit of wrinkling here from the 40-degree heat today. I don't know if that's going to get any worse or it's just cosmetic. But, and this one over here I had to modify. I had to think about it. Originally I just had the this post as the trellis, but thinking about it, I just went and brought some bamboo, and a much better idea. So now it's got something to hang on to and hang over, nice and round. But I noticed I was getting some yellowing on the ones that were exposed to the sun. So just today I put up a shade cloth, but it'll just be for a month or 2 more. And interesting, after doing some research, this Trisha is where it gets a bit of sun stress, it actually makes its own sunscreen. Can you see the whitening there? So it's that's the one you want to grow if you're got a really sunny spot. It's called a Trisha variety. So the lemon guavas are setting fruit, so they don't last long when they get ripe. And the pine berries are stopped producing fruit, and they're sending out runners, which I'm catching to fill those pots down the side. And the Ben Hur pomegranate, it's going well, but I might take this one out and put it in a pot and save that spot for the Glen Mango. There's a nice sheltered full sun spot, and I've already got 3 other pomegranates, and this one hasn't produced any flowers this year, whereas the others have. So yeah, I think that'll be a nice spot for the Glen Mango. So yeah folks, that was just a walk around the garden. So thanks for everyone for watching through 2021. Hope you enjoyed some of the videos, and if you could learn anything, because I was learning at the same time. Yeah, so I'll keep you posted on how the garden goes in 2022, and Happy New Year, and stay safe. Cheers.